Tyler Perry says that black women make more money than black men for the most part right now. Not all the time, but for the most part.
Okay.
And that shouldn't be a reason why women should not love on their black men, even if all they could do is take them out to dinner every once in a while and pay the light bill. Because if women keep having this list of all these things that they need from men, then they'll never find a good, loving husband. Mm-hmm. So now you're not black nor a woman, and I'm not a woman. So my question for you is not so much about what Tyler specifically said, but how do you feel about women making more money than men and being told, look, man, if he don't have the gift to make money like you do, you should just pay the mortgage and let him love on you.
Were they saying that about men? Because you know how men historically make a lot of more money than women? Was that what they were saying to men? Hey, she can't afford a lot, so you should at least pay for her dinner, hey, and let him love on you.
But there's that expectation of men to be the providers and the this and the that's. Yeah. So it's almost difficult to compare because women are not going to go out. They're not a generation ago or 2 generations ago. They were not working at all. They were just in the house 2 generations ago. They were not working the way that they're working today. Now we have boss women and, they're really out there making that money. I saw a girl on Instagram the other day who showed in 2021 she made over $500,000. Black girl in her own business.
Hell yeah.
So, it's gonna be hard for her to find a man who makes $500,000.
Yeah, sure, but don't shoot for the man that makes 20,000. You know what I mean? Like, I think you gotta find some sort of balance there. I don't know. I think financials in relationships are so case by case. I don't know. I would say, yeah, I think it's up to you. It's what you're into. If you're willing to be
into brokies,
let me pay some bills and you could just love on me. Or let's find out a way for you to build your own empire. Or I support you in what you're doing and I don't want to pay for shit. Like, that's not on me. That's you doing you. Yeah, that's a tough question. That was a loaded question you just gave me. Yeah.
I'm not a huge fan of Tyler Perry saying that if he could just pay the light bill and buy you dinner sometimes, cool. No.
He doesn't understand our relationships. Right?
Yeah, no. And then she pays the mortgage.
The rest of it?
You can pay a light bill?
Yeah.
First of all, fellas.
Shoot for more than the light bill.
Fellas. Don't ever come to me and say the only talent you have is making $35K a year.
Yeah.
Don't ever say that. That's not what you're only capable of doing. For all the human history, we've been providing all over the place. There's a picture of men sitting on top of a giant building in New York without any harnesses eating lunch. Mm-hmm. And I'm sure they were able to provide for their families.
Yes.
Some of them died.
Yes.
Most of y'all can't even work from home.
Some of you get tired after 2 hours in a regular job. And
okay.
Breaks.
I don't think it is great for society to tell the women who they are 300 years behind
yes.
men
yes.
who caught up and surpassed men to just be like, well, it's okay if I look down. No, he's supposed to lead. I understand if there's some times where he's making less than you.
Sure.
But then after a while, not to say he has to, but within a range.
It's bound to happen.
If you make 100K and he makes 90, cool.
Yeah.
If he makes 120 and you make 130, cool. But if you're making 100,000 and he's making 40,
yeah.
No. And men, y'all not supposed to just be okay with that. No. There's an interview with Nick Cannon one time where they said, when he was still married to Mariah, they said, why do you work so hard? He said, do you not see how much money Mariah Carey has? I need to catch up.
Yeah.
And this is a man who has millions of dollars, and she had hundreds of millions of dollars.
Yep.
When there's that big old disparity, she not even talking to you right.
Nope.
You can't just be okay with that. Yeah. Now I understand if you 24, she 20, y'all 20 in your mid 20s, everybody's trying to figure out their careers. It's normal. Most of the time when people graduate originally, like 10, 15 years ago, women used to start off making more, and then over time, man started making a little bit more. Right. Again, I'm not saying that he needs to make more, but y'all women can't just be accepting the fact that, oh yeah, he makes 30% what I make, and he can pay a light bill. And I paid a mortgage.
Don't even clean the damn house.
The Chinese are looking at us like we're dumb.
Damn it. Come on, Tyler Perry.
They don't have none of these problems in China. They got men in China that own 3 houses.
Yeah. Come on now.
The only guy I know who owns a house out here is in Victorville.
Lancaster. In, what's that one that's farther? Acton.
Not acting. Acting like he got some money. Tyler can't do that, dog. First of all, you divorced.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. Well,
you're a billionaire.
Yeah.
So yeah, you talking from a different perspective. I'm sorry, but I don't stand for men just being at the bottom.
Don't just coast, dude. Don't just coast.
I remember when Ebony, what's her name, said that she couldn't date the bus driver unless he owned the bus. She's a lawyer.
Come on now.
She's a lawyer. Yes, if you want to be a power couple, 2 people got to be in power for the couple to be a power couple. Yes.
You got to both be able to afford the power.
It's ridiculous. What's next?
Oh, my God.
They're going to tell us that it's okay for us to not work at all?
Yeah.
What's next? Tyler Perry sound like he went to school in Baltimore.
Oh, my God. Failed that standardized test, huh?
What's next? It's ridiculous. Nah. Oh, jeez.
Ladies, know your worth. Men, please, for the love of God, know your worth.
Dog, if let me tell you this. If your girl is doing good in life, my guy, you should use that as inspiration. You should be like, yo, you know what? I got me a smart girl. She making double what I'm making. I can't just be running around having her pay for my things. And I like, nah, son. You're supposed to look at that and be like, you know what? I see what she's doing. I'm a level up. I'm gonna learn something new. I'm gonna learn a new trade. I'm gonna start a new thing. I'm gonna do whatever I gotta do to be on that level. Cause I'm telling you, a lot of guys, they like broke women. You know why? Cause they can control them. They can control them. They like broke women. Like, all right, she ain't going nowhere. I gave her a 09 Nissan Altima. She's not going anywhere. What happens when a woman starts making more money than you by a lot? By a lot. She'll start looking at you eventually like, bro, if I could do this, why can't you? And it don't have to be no fancy job. Like, you could be changing tires and make money. I had a neighbor who used to make so much money changing commercial tires. Them 18-wheelers, he used to make thousands a day.
Don't get caught slacking, man. Don't get caught slacking.
Never. That's ridiculous advice, Tyler Perry. Now I understand again, $10,000 off, you good.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, nah. If you a man,
oh my God.
If you a man and your girl make $10,000 more than you got to start thinking, you know what? Let me try to get up to $10,000.
Yeah.
Let me try to get $10,100.
Let me say in the 0 to 100 range of the thousands, sure, $10,000 is a lot. But if you making $200,000 and she makes 200, you make 190.
I'ma still be like,
really?
Nah.
Okay.
It's not a competition. It's not.
But I'm gonna win.
No. It's not a competition, and I'm not talking about winning. But what I will say is, I guarantee, if I start making $215, what you think she's gonna start doing?
Mm-hmm. Working up to the 20 whatever.
She gonna be like, you know what? If he can make $215, I've been trying to buy me a G-Wagon. I've been trying to do this, especially if they live the debt-free lifestyle and they know that if they combine their incomes and they could just grow so much faster, put it in more investments.
That's a healthy
you know what I mean? Then they start unleashing so much potential. Yes. But the moment you become complacent with where you at, you become a loser. Tyler,
Come on.
Don't tell this to our black men, man. Don't tell us. We already play too much video games, bro.
Yeah.
Don't tell that to them, okay? Shout out to all the boss women out
There you
there.
go.
It's making a lot
Keep
of money.
killing it, man. Keep killing it. Keep crushing it.
Do not settle.
And don't take a $20,000 a year, man.
Don't settle.
Don't do it.
If you're a lawyer and he's driving Uber and he didn't have a plan, I'll tell you one last thing before we go. I had an Uber driver one time, Indian guy. He was telling me about his wife. He was so proud of her. I remember being like, all right, what does your wife do? And he's like, she's a doctor. So, of course, I couldn't control it.
What?
Why are you driving Uber? He was like, I knew you was going to ask that. I knew. Because he was like, you can't believe that I'm driving Uber and my wife is a doctor. He was like, before I married her, I showed her my plans. He was like, I didn't have the money to go to college when I came out here. I was helping her when she was going through medical school. And I figured she's going to make it down that path. I want to be an entrepreneur. So I'm going to use whatever resources I have available to start a business. He was like, by the 7th year is when I decided I'm going to marry her because I had almost enough money to open up a liquor store. So I said, what year is it now for y'all? He says my 8th year. So I've been married to her for a year. And I actually just closed on the property for the liquor store. Then he gave me the numbers. He was like, I bought it through a brand. It's a franchise. I'm about to make da. I know all the numbers. I said, so why are you driving Uber today? He said, because the business ain't up yet. And he said, back in India, we used to own all types of convenience stores, and I know how to run the business. I just had to find a way to make it happen in the United States. If your man is doing something like that, he got a plan. He don't mind waiting on the big things. Marriage, bringing kids into the buying home. If you know he got a plan, he's not just driving Uber for 40, 50K a year just to blow it all. He's saving it. He's got a vision understood. But she ain't gonna be no doctor 10 years in and he's still driving Uber. It's
But
just
if you
not
go to
gonna
his
work.
house and he's still on 2K in the Madden, come on.
It's just not gonna work.
No.
You ain't gotta tell women that. If imagine 25 years ago they told women like, hey man, I know y'all not working. And they told a man like, yo, look, she ain't working. Or 30 years ago, 40 years ago, she's busy raising the kids. You good, bro. Like, don't even, you know what the truth is? Men chose their wives with a similar metric, even though they may not have had working wives. They're looking at who can have the best kids, who can raise the best kids, who could bring me peace, who could run the household, who could make my house feel like a home, who can bring joy to my... These are all super valuable things. They didn't just say like, well, if she could rub your neck at night.
Yeah, come on.
It's one time a month. You should be happy.
Right.
No.
No.
I'm telling you, the Chinese laughing at us. They laughing at us, man. Anyways, that was our episode for today. You got anything you want to tell people?
No. Be happy. Be healthy. Work on you.